And we are finally back. Carnival of Kayfabe is here. Brand new spot, brand new set, brand new digit. I'm here with Chris Kohlenberg,
an old guest.
And yeah, he was actually my first guest when the show started, and now we're relaunching, and I got him back here again. What's up? What's good?
How you doing, man? I didn't mean to cut you off there,
RPW, Ruthless Pro Wrestling is fucking popping. It's a bigger deal than it was last time we talked, man. How does it feel?
I don't think I've taken the time to step back and really relish in it because it is such there's so much to keep up on all the time, and you're always just working for the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. That there's never the only time I really get that take a breath and sit back and enjoy is when I get to watch the replay on IWTV when the commentary and all that's over top, and I can watch it as an actual product.
Which is great, by the way. The most recent show, actually, I watched some of it with you. It looked fucking amazing. It looked really fucking great, and I think anybody that's watching RPW is happy with the product. I'm super proud of it, man. I really enjoy coming to the show, so I'm looking forward to. There's one coming up this weekend.
This Saturday.
You want to tell them about that?
Yeah, this Saturday we got Ruthless Consequences. I'm sure this will have already happened by the time this comes out, but this Saturday we're running Ruthless Consequences in Erie, Michigan. We're gonna have some big matches. We got our deathmatch title is going to be defended. It's going to be Reed Bentley versus Dale Patricks in a totally tubular deathmatch.
Nice.
Which is a lot of tubes, and then we're going to throw pool stuff in the mix.
Pool
noodles and skewers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're going to get it. When we do... A lot of people, when they do death matches in their companies, they just everything in the kitchen sink in there.
Yeah.
And we try to actually have it themed.
Yeah. So the weapons make sense.
Yeah. So if you remember last show, we had a World Series of Glass match, and that was nothing but glass. We had panes of glass, we had light tubes, and all that fun stuff. And then the other death match was a Caribbean spiderweb death match. So it was nothing but a lot of barbed wire.
I like that a lot, man. I think that's awesome. It gives it purpose, and it doesn't seem aimless. And we've talked before that deathmatch was never my favorite thing, and I gotta say it's grown on me, and it's because of coming to your shows. It's it's not just violence for the purpose of violence, which is what I always hated about them, was just hit, and it's you gotta tell a story. You know what I mean? We talked about this before, and I think that RPW is accomplishing that real well. It's turned me into a fan.
Well, not only that, most of these companies, well, not most of them, I shouldn't disparage like that, but a lot of companies, it is the everything in the kitchen sink, so they're trying to get in all the spots, and they're trying to, but when you give them a gimmick this is you're working with wire this time, you're working with glass this time, they're planning a wrestling match with that involved, as opposed to all right, well, now I got to hit you with this friggin' TV, we got to make sure that the super fan that spent 2 hours building this, we use that, so I think it's more freeing, and we are a deathmatch heavy company. It's not all we do, but I enjoy a storytelling match that features gimmicks, not a gimmick match that features wrestling.
Absolutely, I think that's important. Like I said, I think you're nailing it, man. I'm looking forward to the show. I think it's gonna be good, and like you said, it'll probably happen before this airs. But nonetheless, we'll post links and stuff, so you guys will be able to watch it on IWTV. And all the previous RPW stuff will be on IWTV. You can watch it all up there.
We have DVDs for sale, too, if you just hit up our Facebook.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you're local, you can pick them up at your Media Exchange or No Noise Records. So.
Nice. Yeah, your Media Exchange. I love that place, man.
Yeah, so do I. They've been very good to us. The owner and I go back pretty far. You probably as well,
same.
Both of us being musicians.
Yeah, absolutely.
He was a concert promoter before he had that place, so we both probably worked for him countless times.
Yeah, absolutely. He's a good dude, but I fucking love that place, man. Pun, why are you over there twiddling your fingers? What's wrong?
Because that place gets on my nerves. They got everything gone before I made it.
Not a fan. Pun's not a fan of the Media Exchange.
No, I'm a fan. I love you, Brock.
Don't put him on the record like that.
I got a record coming out soon. It'll be available there and everywhere else records are sold. Kayfabe. It'll be coming out in September. It's finished, wrapped up, coming soon. I got Wrestling Buddies, Slam Buddies, and I got everything, man. Shirts. What else I got, Pun? Vinyl records, got all kinds of stuff coming with the new release. So looking forward to that coming real soon.
I'm still waiting for that 6-digit drip.
Yeah, those be in
right
this
over
week.
my chesticles.
Yes, sir. I got you this week. They'll be in. Actually, everything should be coming in this week.
I'm gonna hold you to that.
I'm really looking forward to the Slam Buddies too, man. I have a Goldberg I picked up and I sold it to my friend.
That wasn't Goldberg. That was Gilbert.
I know, right? I've been waiting to send it out because I wanted my wrestling buddies to show up first so I could have a match, Me versus Goldberg.
That face was so fucking jacked in that Goldberg. It looked like
They
somebody
are terrible.
It looked like it was in a sandstorm and then somebody used it as toilet paper.
The WCW, I don't know what they called them at the time, but their version of Wrestling Buddies from like the early 2000s were terrible. Like instead of artwork, they just like computer shrunk the face, like so it's like an actual picture. It looks like a really bad like Nintendo 64 graphic.
It's like remember like when they used to do those T-shirt printers where you like print up like a piece of paper and then you have to iron it onto your shit.
The iron on,
and it only lasts like a wash or two. That's what that Wrestling Buddy looked like.
Yeah,
but it looked like it had already been washed like 42 times and then left in the rain.
Let's be clear, we're talking about Goldberg, not my high quality wrestling buddies.
Oh no, we're talking about his Gilbert he's trying to pass off to some poor smoke. You sold that thing already, right?
Yeah, I did.
I feel bad for you, guy. Hey, you've already got the money. Who cares?
Dude, those are terrible. Like they look even worse than like that. Actually, the original Wrestling Buddies are actually pretty cool. They didn't have enough stuffing in them though. If you see one nowadays, they're paper thin. They didn't stand the test of time.
I will say the opinions of Chris Kohlenberg do not reflect the Carnival of Kayfabe. had to put that out there. I'm not trying to put you on blast.
Yeah. And clearly, I sleep with my wrestling buddy because I just talked about how it's not stuffed enough.
Hey,
it could be a little softer when I snuggles,
I mean, you saw yesterday what my status was. I was like, the bucket list thing is I always wanted a wrestling buddy when I was a kid. My parents, they to this day, don't like wrestling.
Yeah.
They don't even know I'm involved in it.
Yeah. No, not at all.
No. They would think I'm wasting my time, and they would lecture me about it, like, "Well, you should be putting your efforts into something else." And I think once I build it up to where it needs to be, I'll be like, "Hey, this is what I accomplished." But till then, I just leave them out of it.
Oh yeah, that's how it goes too. My whole life growing up, I'd be rapping in the bedroom and shit. My mom'd be like, "Turn that shit off, you suck, you're wasting your time." And then it started to pop off a little bit, and she's like, "That's my boy."
I believed in you the whole time. I have been supporting him since day one.
Understandably, though, I guess parents aren't supposed to like rap or wrestling for that matter. Well, I really don't even know where to begin subject-wise because I'm so fucking out of the loop, man. Like, I really haven't even been watching wrestling lately. I know WWE I really don't give a shit about. It's really just, and I try so hard, keep tuning in or whatever, but like I'd say last 2-3 months I haven't even been watching the pay-per-views. Like I'm just so done. Until I see when I see something in my news feed that excites me and makes me want to go back and look, then I'll go look. But right now, man, I'm just burnt out. It's nothing. It's a waste of my time, man.
There's specific, pay-per-views or something I'll always tune in. Like, WrestleMania everywhere,
Right.
I'm always going to watch.
Right. Even if it sucks like it did last year.
And I'm not trying to sound like elitist or anything, because I'm really not. I just find it boring. Like it just doesn't seem to make sense or go. And I know that's like a common complaint, but I'm watching it and you want those payoffs like you used to have, and the swerves and to lead into something. It just doesn't.
I never knew how much I cared about the story until the story lasted so much, right? And now it's just like, man, because there's nothing wrong with the wrestling. Obviously, they got great talent over there, so the matches are just fine. But I'm not looking forward to anyone versus anyone. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not built up about any of it. And that AEW kind of the same thing. I love AEW. I always enjoy the show when I do watch it. But it never makes me want to tune in next week. You know what I mean? Like it's never like, oh, what's gonna happen next?
There's some stuff I'm interested. I haven't been able to catch it all the time because I've had a lot going on lately.
Yeah.
But there's some storylines that I like that I'm kind of keeping up on. Like I like the Darby Allin Sting thing that's going on. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah. I'm excited to see Sting at I think it's Double or Nothing.
Yeah.
He's actually going to wrestle a match, not a cinematic match, like just a match. I'm pretty pumped about that.
No, I don't know if you heard, but Jason Page made his debut on AEW Dark the other day,
man. And that's awesome.
He looked like $1 million, so that was cool.
Yeah, I did hear that, and that's fucking awesome. And but I heard they changed his name to Jason Hotch.
Jason Hotch, well, because they already have a Cage and a Page.
Okay.
So the Hutchinson's is his real last name, his shoot last name. So
okay.
I probably shouldn't put that out there for him like that, but who cares?
No, it makes sense. What the hell do I do with my Jason Page shirt now, though?
Well, he's staying Jason Page. You know, unless they sign him over there. But I think that was just
Yeah.
they have a tendency. It seems like in Dark is that they're giving a platform to a lot of the indie guys, but it's not like they're going to be roster guys. You know,
Okay.
like it's like you're really good. Why don't we get you on through, see how you look on TV and all that. You know, get you that experience.
That's cool though, man. I like. It seems like a lot of cats in this area are getting to shine now and getting a chance to like really get on, and that's cool as fuck, man.
Well, Beal's been tearing it up on Impact.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
He wrestled Big Cass. What the hell? What's Big Cass's name now?
Oh, I don't know what he's going by. I seen he was back,
But yeah, he got squashed by Big Cass. But I mean, it's still cool to see. You know,
right. Yeah, it's cool as hell, man. It's a foot in the door, and Beal's the kind of cat that like he's good enough. He's gonna go farther.
He's been on every episode for a good couple weeks now since the last pay-per-view. So
yeah,
I think
awesome,
I think that they're kind of getting a shine to him. I mean, I haven't heard anything from him directly. I don't have the inside source on there, so don't take anything I'm saying. Like Sam and I haven't discussed that. We've been talking about the show on Saturday because he's going against Justin Kyle, so that's going to be a hell of a night for him.
Actually, now that you brought that up, that's something I wanted to touch on too. I'm really looking forward to that match. When I seen that announced, like that's the one. Like the whole show looks hype, but that one I'm like, it's gonna be fucking sweet, man. I really enjoy everything I've seen both of them do in the ring, and I think it's a good matchup. I think it's gonna be interesting.
Sam doesn't seem so worried, and I think he should be.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was at Impact our last show, so he didn't actually see what Justin Kyle did to Paxton.
I did.
You did.
Yeah, it's stuck in my mind. I'm still thinking about it now. And I seen the promo that he posted, and I was scared for Sam.
I wouldn't want to step into anything with that guy.
Yeah, he seemed pretty serious. And actually, where I seen it was Sam reposted the promo and kind of said something cocky. I forget what the post was.
Somebody cleaned his mouth out with soap or something like that.
Yeah.
Or like he's got a dirty mouth or something like that.
Yeah. And he did
swear a lot in that.
He did swear a lot in that, but it just came off to me like he fucking means business.
That guy's intensity in 10 cities, man. I'm telling you what.
Yeah. He's something else, man. I'm not like you said at the last show, he was just beating the dog shit out of Paxton with with a door. Oh my god, it was brutal.
Yeah, he started laying it in there, and then he just kept hitting them. I think he hit him with like 8 shots in a row, and there's just wood and splinters flying everywhere. Kelly, our photographer, she got a great picture. It's like him mid-swing, and there's all this sawdust and splinters just floating through the air, and everyone in the background's like...
That's great. You know what was great, though? Like, the best part about that whole match to me was, like, the farther they got into the crowd, like... You remember watching like old Japanese death matches and shit,
FMW.
And they start going towards the crowd and the crowd gets fucking scared and they just get the fuck scatter. That's what was happening. Like the farther they got in the crowd was just getting the fuck out of the way.
Well, Justin Kyle's no small guy by any. I mean, he's huge next to me, and then you put him next to Paxton though. Paxton's 7'4".
Yeah.
So he's just staring up at that. It's just 2 monsters beating the shit out of each other.
Right. Absolutely entertaining, let me tell you. Mm-hmm. And if you want to see it, it's available. You can watch it right now on IWTV. We just watched it. It's fucking amazing.
Well, not only that actual match we posted for free on our YouTube too.
Oh,
so you can see
even better.
You can see Paxton Calloway versus Justin Kyle. Just look it up on YouTube. RPW Justin Kyle versus Paxton
There we
Calloway.
go. Can we put a link or something? Yeah. All right. Well, there'll be a link right here. Or
if
right
it's not
here,
there, it's Pun's fault.
or somewhere, wherever the link's at.
Yeah, 6-digit boy. Kayfabe, the album, coming real soon. New merchandise already here. T-shirts, $20. Hats, New Era, snapbacks, $30. Wrestling Slam Buddies, Them coming soon, $30. All kinds of shit coming soon. Vinyl records, all that. Hit me up on Facebook, facebook.com/6digit. Buy some shit.
All right. And we're back. Not even really back. We just probably just a weird cut in the thing because the way we just did that. So, I've been reading this Slobberknocker book from Jim Ross. And I found out that Jim Ross was tripping on mescaline. That was like the weirdest thing that I ever read on paper.
I'll tell you what, I'm real fucked up, King.
It's just hard to imagine. It was cool to read, you know. You wouldn't think he was that cool of a dude, but apparently he was.
How dare you say that Jim Ross wouldn't be that cool of a man?
Maybe I worded it wrong. Maybe he's too cool.
You're not going to get invited to a barbecue. I'm going to tell you that right now. You're not getting no Slobberknocker sauce. JR's barbecue. I've tried that sauce. It's not bad.
Yeah.
Somebody gave it to me as like a stocking stuffer one year.
Nice.
Slobberknocker sauce or whatever the fuck it was called.
Yeah.
I threw it on some ribs and some chicken wings and called it a day.
Hell yeah. Here's a link for the slobber. No.
Wrestling. I feel like this podcast is going off the rails fast, my friend.
Oh, it is. I don't have much to talk about, man. It's been so long since I did this. Like when we were doing it, I was really in tune and keeping track with everything. So I had like subjects and shit, you know what I'm saying? But like now I just been watching the same old, like, you want to talk about SummerSlam 88?
I mean, I watched WrestleMania 14 or 15 at work today, so
15. Which one was that?
Was it 15? It was the one with Rock and Hogan, and
okay.
they had Regal and Angle and
Yeah.
or no, Regal and God, I smoked too much. It was Regal and RVD.
I don't think I'm even really familiar with that WrestleMania. I mean, I'm sure I've watched it, but not a lot. The only thing I can recall from that is Hogan and
Goldust and Maven.
Yeah.
Remember Maven?
No. No.
There's a reason no one gave a shit about Maven.
Maven. Who was Maven?
The original Tough Enough winner.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
They had a hardcore match, and Spike Dudley took it from him.
Spike Dudley. Dude, I definitely miss the fucking ECW days. Like, fucking, I remember I seen ECW at Seagate Center, and it was probably like, it was when it was still like all original lineup, you know what I'm saying? So like all the Dudleys were there. They set a table on fire.
Was it when they had all the Dudleys, like Big Dick Dudley and
Big Dick, Sign Guy, everybody was there. Like, everybody was there. RVD, Sabu, fucking...
I was at a show not too long ago, and Hat Guy was there.
Yeah.
You know the Hat Guy from ECW that's always in the front? Yeah, he was there.
I didn't know if he still went to shows. I always wondered, because he used to be in the front row at every fucking ECW.
I believe it was the Deathmatch Circus in Jersey for ICW No Holds Barred.
Nice.
If memory serves you correctly, which my memory
did you see WWE? I didn't watch it yet, but they did a documentary on the other dude that's always in the front row at every show. The black dude with the glasses.
I haven't watched it yet, but
I've
been watching a lot of those A&E. They've been they did like a Roddy Piper one, a Booker T one, and a Warrior and all that. And then I've been watching a lot of Dark Side of the Ring. I love that show.
I've been keeping up on Dark Side of the Ring. The Nick Gage episode was pretty fucking awesome.
That was wild, man.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. He's a scary dude.
I mean, yeah. Well, Nicky's good. If you treat him with respect, he'll love the shit out of you. He loves his fans. And that's
what I've heard, you know what I'm saying, which is legit. But I'm just saying, he's not scary to me. If I was a wrestler, I'd be, and he's like, you're going to wrestle him, I'd be like, I quit.
So those things where he's real nice, but if you're disrespectful for him,
yeah.
And
I thought it was hilarious, like when they had David Arquette on there talking about it or whatever, and I don't know if you've seen, they posted a clip that wasn't on the show, but they posted it online, and apparently David Arquette bought a mattress for Nick Gage and had it delivered to his house because he wanted to use that footage, for his documentary, and Nick Gage was like, well, you gotta fucking pay me. And he was like, well, we're not allowed to do that because it's a documentary, and he's like, well, then I guess you're not using the footage. He said, well, maybe I can give you a gift. Yeah, he said, well, give me a mattress. I want a new bed. So he sent a fucking new bed to his house to use the footage.
Funny story about that mattress. On IWTV, GCW did a Q&A with Nick Gage, I think like a year ago, and that got brought up. And apparently he never used the mattress. It was just like all plasticed up in his garage, and he ended up selling it on
No shit.
to a fan.
Yeah.
Some fan bought Nick Gage's David Arquette mattress.
That's funny because I didn't. He must not have sold it at the point on the interview that I seen because he was talking about it and he was like, yeah, I made a big deal about it, and he's like, once it got there, I like my bed and I didn't want to switch it, so it's still fucking sitting there.
Fucking mattress. I bet you Arquette went all out on that mattress.
Oh, I'm sure. I just think it's funny that after all that shit happened, this like he bought him this mattress after he got his neck cut.
Well, yeah, but David Arquette wanted that fucking footage for his movie because that's
right.
The thing that got him the most publicity when he was doing his wrestling career.
Oh, absolutely,
So how could he tell his story without that?
Right.
Where he did get in over his head, he did fuck up because it was completely David Arquette's fault.
I agree.
If you watch the footage,
he fucking wigged out, man. He wigged out and kind of just like did one of these, and like you got glass against your neck. You probably don't want to move sudden. It's up to the guy holding it.
It was against the top of his head. It's a very common spot where they take a broken light tube and they hold it against your forehead to look like they're digging your forehead.
Yeah.
He was coming towards his forehead with it. Arquette didn't want to get cut anymore. So Arquette went to roll backwards out of it. And Nick wasn't ready for it. He threw his weight against Nick, and Nick,
right,
as he's falling back, caught his neck.
Which is exactly what I seen. And to David Arquette's credit, he agrees with that. He said the same thing when he asked him. He's like, I kind of just like bugged out and moved wrong. Yeah,
and then he picked a chair up and threw it at Gage, which that's a bad call.
I thought it was cool when I was watching the Nick Gage thing because I expected him to just shit all over David Arquette, like fucking whatever, and he was like, no, he was like, before he bugged out, the dude was actually doing a good job. We were having a good match. He said, all that shit that he was doing at the beginning and jumping out of the ring and off the top ropes and that shit. He's like, we didn't talk about that. He was just wrestling. He just did that shit. Mm-hmm. So to David Arquette's credit, he's not all that bad, Like I watched. Did you watch the David Arquette? Mm-hmm. I thought that shit was fucking awesome.
Actually, got a lot of respect for him after watching it.
Absolutely.
I didn't know he actually took it as serious as he did, and he went down there and trained in Mexico and was wrestling at traffic lights and shit for change. And,
the coolest thing to me was at the end. Did you watch like all the way through the credits? Because the very end of the credits, Brian Pillman Jr. comes on. And he's like, a lot of people like to give David Arquette shit about, he shit on the wrestling business or whatever. But he said every penny that he earned in WCW, he donated to the Pillman family and the Hart family. Yeah. Which I never knew that. You know what I'm saying? Like 20 years, everybody's been like, you fucking shit on wrestling. When really, all the money that he earned when he supposedly shit on wrestling, he was funneling to wrestling families that needed the money.
Those same people that were pissing him on that still had a copy of Ready to Rumble at the house.
Right.
It's but it's him and James or Scott Conn. It's a great movie.
I never understood why it made people so angry. You know what I mean? They're like, you come in and it's like, okay, he's not a wrestler, but you guys do know this. At the end of the day, this is entertainment.
How angry would you have been if, like, you're watching wrestling, at the height where you enjoyed it most, and like, some wrestler you like has a belt, they just slap it on some celebrity.
Yeah. Well, let me rephrase that because I understand the anger, but I think it was misplaced because, what I'm saying? It's not David Arquette's fault. It's not like he came in and said, well, I'm winning the title or I'm not doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? They had that idea. And he was
anyone in this room, if WCW, WWE came up to you like, we're going to make you the world champ, you'd be like, yeah, okay, we're doing that.
Right.
That's what happens next.
I'm not even going to think twice.
You're like, I don't care if people are going to hate me for the rest of my days. I'm going to have that moment.
I don't know if I could shit on the business like that. I'd be like, fuck it. Pass the TP. I'm taking a shit. Put that belt on me.
We're doing it up.
Right. You cannot
That's
be
the
mad
only
at
thing
David
I'm
Arquette
wearing for the next week. That thing's not coming off me.
Like you said, man, after watching that, like I have more respect for him now because he really does love wrestling, and he did all this shit just to like try to make up for what people thought.
A pretty advanced age too, I mean,
right.
He's going on 50,
Right. And like their doctors telling him don't do this, and he's like, no, I'm gonna go do it.
And he took it seriously. He got into shape. He stopped drinking. He stopped doing all that. He went down to Mexico to train.
Right.
He did the yard shows and the shit shows to build his way
and he
up.
does a damn good Hurricane Rana.
Yeah.
I'll give it to him.
Yeah, I mean, I've watched a couple of his matches. He's really not bad. Well, wasn't. He doesn't do it anymore. But
right. Yeah. I agree, man. I think he did well. And,
did you watch the Vampiro one?
No.
Nail in the Coffin?
No. I fucking forgot all about it.
It
You
is.
just mentioned that. I
Awesome.
need to see that.
It is very good. It's on Amazon Prime if you got that.
Okay, yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to check that out because I love Vampiro. He's always been a favorite of mine. I loved his shit in WCW. Plus, he's a juggalo, too, so that was always cool.
Yeah.
And they had they had a stable for a minute. It was like Dark
Well-
Carnival or something. It's like
What's-
Vampiro, ICP, and who else? It was like so random. Who? No, Sabu he wasn't part of that. He fucked with them, but he wasn't part of that. I forget who else was in it with him.
What's really funny is when he goes into why he had the hair he has, you know, the dreadlocky hair, he used to be the roadie for Milli Vanilli.
Yeah.
And they all had the same haircut. And what was really funny is he's like, yeah, man, you know, everyone thought that Milli Vanilli, you know, were these music stars. He's like, they were two, like, kids off the street.
Yeah.
That they just put, he's like, they'd be stealing shit from, like, every venue, from hotels and shit. He's like, they were straight crooks, man. Like, I was like, Milli
shit.
Vanilli? And Vampiro? Bruh.
It's real life. Milli Vanilli and Vampiro out here robbing shit.
Vampiro, he roadied for him all over Europe before he was a wrestler, I guess. And that's where he got the fucking haircut.
Can you imagine that Vampiro on the side of the stage? Girl, you know it's true.
Girl, you know it. Girl, you know. I wonder if it was there when the mishap happened. The ending of Millie and the Vanilli.
Oh yeah, because that shit went down like at a show or something, right?
It was a live performance on like TV or some
On
shit.
TV.
Yeah. Yeah, there was no covering it up. It was like when oh God, what was the girl? Was it Jessica Simpson's Ashley Simpson fucked up on SNL and did that weird little
Oh yeah.
awkward dance?
Yeah.
Oh, that was the best. That was delicious. Ate that shit up with a knife and fork.
That's fucking
Because
great.
the awkwardness is so palpable. It's like, oh shit.
Oh, have we even? I don't even know like what to touch on. Is there anything that we need to speak about? Like what's current, like fucking. I mean, I do want to say something actually current. I want to say rest in peace to New Jack. We haven't had a time to speak on that, and that's like probably the most like new current thing happening in the wrestling world that we haven't spoke on yet.
Yeah.
So
That was a bummer situation, man.
yeah, absolutely. Big New Jack fan. I've always been a mark for Jack. I thought his shit was great.
Yeah,
Still
we.
do.
I don't even know if I should say it.
Go ahead. I mean, can't hurt anything now. You know, it didn't happen.
He was supposed to
Almost
be on the
happened.
show in 2 days. New Jack was. He was going to be our surprise. We were going to have the music hit, and then out comes Jack, and then
I was so pumped for that too, man. You know.
yeah. You were one of the few people that knew about it.
Yeah.
We didn't tell anybody. There's a few very in the know people.
It would have been very, very cool.
Yeah.
But there'll be more cool shit that happens, you know, and it's a bummer, but it's not the biggest. But the biggest bummer of the situation is that we don't have New Jack in the wrestling world anymore. And New Jack, to me, was just a great fucking personality and a voice.
One of a kind.
Absolutely one of a kind. And he was a great dude in the sense that, like, you know, I'm a mark, so I'm in all these, like, wrestling groups on Facebook and shit. You know, that's what I do with my day, read about wrestling. And he was, too. You know what I'm saying? Like, he would personally comment, talk to people on everything. If you
he
posted
would
something
talk
about New
shit?
Jack and
Yeah.
tagged him, he would pop up in the comments, guaranteed. He was just that dude, you know. He was that cool of a person, and as much as you know, on TV came off like an asshole or whatever, he was never an asshole to me or anyone else that I seen him,
I think
encounter
Vic Grimes
online.
might disagree with you, but you know.
Yeah. Yeah. But as far as, you know, like his persona, of course, he's New Jack, but he was always kind to people online and to his fans. And I think that was cool as fuck to just be that personable and that reachable to your fans. And I was super looking forward to hanging out with him and getting to meet him and shit. So it's a bummer.
So was I.
man. Super bummer. But rest in peace, New Jack.
Rest in peace, Jack.
10 bell salute.
Oh,
All
we're
that-
definitely going to do
all
that this weekend.
Nice. Nice.
That's what we need. We need a bell in here.
That's a good damn idea, pun. We need a bell in here. That'd be real sweet.
Just sample
right
it.
there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Who gets the control of the bell, though? That'd be yours to ding me when I'm talking too much.
Start right away. Like, Wrap it up, B. Wrap that shit up. But, you know, I mean, yeah, we were looking for it, but we got a lot of stuff up our sleeves. You know, we got a deep roster. We got a lot of talent. You know. And,
let's talk about other matches that we got coming up this weekend. Who else is fighting? I know Schwartzy's going to be there, correct?
Schwartzy's he's gonna do a death match.
Nice.
Everyone thinks that that's not his world. What everyone forgets is that he is a former prince of the death match. So he started in that. So
okay.
Him and Satu Jin are gonna do a Four Corners of Pain death match.
Nice.
So we're gonna put a lot of fuckery on some doors in each corner.
Hell yeah.
I got about 10 doors together for this show.
Hell yeah. We're picking up some glass tonight, right?
Yeah, we're going to pick up some glass tonight.
Nice.
Some panes of glass when we leave here for the main event. We got fresh off AW Dark. We got Jason Page going against Gary J. Half on Side Don't Care.
Hell yeah.
We have Sage Phillips going against Weaponized Alex Weir. Logan, Dread King Logan's going to have a street fight with Zach Thomas.
Nice.
Those two boys are planning on killing each other. They're trying to outshine the whole show. And they have some shit planned that has me nervous.
That's exciting for me.
It has me nervous, man.
It's exciting for me. I like Dread King, man. He's a talent. It's definitely fun to watch every time. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I know he's gonna be every time he comes to the ring. I know he's gonna deliver.
Where's the show?
The show is in Erie, Michigan, a place called Burgers and Beers.
Yes.
But I'm sure it'll already happen by the time this comes out, so catch it on IWTV.
Yeah.
Or we'll have DVDs of it available through all our social media.
Tell them the address to find shit online. Like, what's the best route?
Facebook's Ruthless Pro Wrestling RPW, and Instagram and Twitter is Ruthless Pro 419.
Yeah. And if you follow Carnival of Kayfabe, we'll be posting links to all this stuff as well. Definitely want to check that out.
Yeah, sign up for the Patreon. 6-digit Carnival of Kayfabe. You get early access to new episodes, discounts on merch, new merch first, unreleased 6 music, concert line jump. You be the first in line, cut in front of motherfuckers. Revenge on your ex. I'll beat up a bully from your childhood. Somebody used to fuck with you. Whatever you need to happen, man. I got you. I'll make it happen. Let me know what you need me to do for you to subscribe to the Patreon. Linksies.
All right, and we're back on the Carnival of Kayfabe.
That was a bass drop, like in cinema. Like we say something dramatic, it's a boom. Definitely wasn't my phone vibrating on the table or any unprofessional shit like that.
Now, one thing I was, I told you I was reading that book, the Jim Ross book or whatever. He's talking, yeah, and he's talking about like old school wrestling when he was a kid or whatever. But it made me remember when I was a kid, they used to show like black and white wrestling on like fucking I don't know what channel it was, but
they showed it on like PBS when I was a kid.
Yeah, it was like Gorgeous George, like super old shit. But I like that shit, man. What do you think of that shit? Like the really, really old school shit.
I watch it all.
Yeah.
I like a lot of the old wrestling. I like a lot of the new wrestling.
Yeah.
But you'll catch me a lot on my free time, like watching old Smoky Mountain.
Yeah.
A lot of territory stuff.
I like Smoky Mountain a lot. I think that shit was good. The wrestling was good. The stories was good.
Like I'll watch all that stuff. Like if there's, I don't think there's really anywhere you could kind of like have that libraried.
Yeah.
To where you can watch the really old stuff. Maybe it's on YouTube or something, but
maybe.
I mean, I'll watch it.
I want to say it was like ESPN Classic or something, and they used to play like hours of like, and I forget what it was even called, but this was like when I was young and I was getting into wrestling. So anything that said wrestling on the thing, I was tuning in to watch it. And that shit really entertained the fuck out of me. And I still go back and watch some of it now. It's really slow paced compared to what wrestling has become now. A lot of fucking headlocks and standing in one spot.
Well,
but I just had the character work and stuff to me was superb. Like you just really believed in these people right away, even more so than now.
Well, now that people know that's kind of gimmick, you got to wow them a little more.
Yeah.
And and now everyone wants to do a lot of spots and all
Flippy
that.
moves.
Get all their spots. I got nothing against the flippy moves either.
Yeah.
But that just wasn't a thing back then. It was meant to look like a legit sport, and they tried to portray it like that. So they would be a little stiffer with each other.
Yeah.
They would sell moves a lot harder, like stuff that would be a finisher then, or stuff that people just pop right back up from now.
Yeah. That kind of pisses me off. Sometimes I think they take a really good move that could be really devastatingly effective, and they just take all the power right out of it because somebody takes it 3 times in one match or whatever,
4 Canadian destroyers in one show, and it's like...
Yeah, absolutely. That's a very good example. Or the super kick is so overused, and it's it's a kick in your mouth. That should be lights out, game over. It shouldn't be hit the ropes and come back and do something else. I don't care who you are. A kick in the face should be it.
Yeah.
And I think it takes away from it, and the Kevin Owens does the stunner now. I don't know, man.
I believe that was with permission.
Yeah.
I think he got Stone Cold permission.
Yeah.
To start stunning.
Yeah, which is cool, but that should just be game over. You know what I'm saying? You can't take the power away from a move like that.
Well, the super kick was Shawn Michaels' finisher, so that retired Ric Flair, but now you can
right.
Right.
But, absolutely.
I'm not trying to sound like fucking Jim Cornette over here or anything.
Yeah, complain about shit, moves.
But I'm not trying to sound like elitist or anything, but there should be.
Right, and Jim Cornette complains a lot, you know what I'm saying? But I agree with him a lot on stuff like that, you know what I mean? I know he's an old head, and that's just his way of thinking, his way is the way or whatever. But he's right, I think, on some of that stuff, because they do just,
there should be
overdo things.
Like an established power scale of, these moves are devastating. No matter what you get hit with them, you have to sell it like you were devastated.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but to me, that didn't even have to be written down. In my mind, that was kind of established just from watching wrestling. You knew what was if somebody gets fucking power bombed, that's probably, depending who it is, but it's probably gonna be the end of the match.
I mean, how many times did we pop in the 80s to see Hulk Hogan do a leg drop?
Right.
Nowadays, that shit ain't flying.
Right.
You ain't gonna. That's it.
Right.
No, you're gonna have to do something more than that, big guy.
I wonder how that came to be. You know what I mean? Who's seen him drop that leg and was like, "That's it."
Probably Vince.
Yeah.
I mean, if I had to guess, it'd probably Vince.
Before you even said, as I said it, I pictured Vince.
Oh, that's good shit. You gotta do that leg drop, Hulk. It's good shit. Put him away.
Sounds about right.
You come off that rope, you throw up that big shiny yellow boot, and you drop that knee right across his chest. I could do Vince McMahon all day. When I used to live in my old house, I had a second story, and I would do the Vince McMahon walk down the stairs every single time. Up there, no chance in hell. My dogs are like, what the fuck are you talking about? Can you fill my bowl? The fuck?
No chance. That's what you got.
Yeah, this bowl says Kohlenberg, but it's not Chris Kohlenberg. Shane McMahon, my dog. Oh, shit.
All right, well, we're winding down. This has been the most sporadic, unorganized episode of Carnival of Kayfabe yet, but it's the first one back. It's mine. I'm doing it now out of a different spot that belongs to us. So
you heard it here. I own part of it now.
But we will be back with plenty more episodes. I'm gonna have Randy West is gonna be on soon. I got plenty more surprises coming, man. I guess we call it a season. I don't know, how's YouTube work? Is this a season? Season 2 of Carnival.
I don't think podcasts have seasons.
No?
Yeah.
Well, this one does. This one does.
Because I listened to the Ron Burgundy podcast, and they're about to start season 4. So
yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
How do you decide
how famous you are.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Well, I'm definitely not season famous.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure Will Ferrell's pretty busy. Right. He can't be donning his mustache and getting his hair coiffed all the time.
But nonetheless, I want to thank everybody for tuning in and checking us out on the first episode of Season 2 of Carnival of Kayfabe with 6-digit ringside motherfuckers. Tune back in for more shit, and I'm going to post links. You'll see them right here, or right here, and maybe right here. Is this one? Put it like this so I'm holding it right here, okay? We'll see you next time.